S bratrem a kámoškama. Oh, shit. Takže, vole, ježíš, to budete jak spanilá jízda, tady budete kráčet městem a nasávat péra, jak, vole, rumkolou s brčkem. O, tak budu ojoj, tak všecko nejlepší, kolik mi bude. Mám poslat nějaký dick pic na oslavu? 32, ty pičo, to už je docela dadý materiál. Mě si neposlal, tak ono... Měla jsem 28. Ojoj, tak všecko nejlepší, domčo. No 4.9. není úplně předevčírem. Tak všecko nejlepší. Jako... Dick pic je snadno dohledatelný, jestli chceš, tak tě s nima zavalíme. Dívej se, Monty se s tím nesere. Ty si ho dostala omylem, Vicky, ale Domča ho dostane jako, že to není omylem. Ale mě ho, Monty, neposílej, plus. Ty jsi jeden z mála lidí, od kterých nechci vidět, jak vypadá pero. Mašlička z chlupu, ale upletená takhle da. To budeš nejmín čekat jako v donatu, nebo jako co? Já asi, no nechci vidět, vole. Jako chci i nechci, vole, ať na to jsem ready. Hej, piču, jestli, vole, na Instagramu budeme něco řešit a teď ty, vole, budeš dělat jako, že posíláš fotku k tématu a, vole, přiletí mi tvoje pero, tak máš, pičo, Instaban, vole, na všechny platformy, kde mě sleduješ, kamo. To, vole, to neskoušej. Ty pičo, Monty je taková děvka, what the fuck? To bych do něho neřekl teda.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility.
Aha!
A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Hej, pošleš mi prosím, no ne asi. No, ne asi.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all.
Hej, tak pozor, Vicky, no, pozor. Taky bych mohl říct, že má větší cecky jak ty.
Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there. Or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Nedělej to, prosím. Stejně jako Monty, nemusíte úplně plnit každé moje přání. Tady výjimečně udělejte, vole. Hej, a pičo, že nejste takhle aktivní, když říkám, že máte, vole, házet suby a donaty, vole, to ne, ale pičo, najednou, jak se mají posílat cecky a pera, to jste, pičo, v první řadě, vole.
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Prsa mám, prachy ne, to je pravda. Dáváš jenom to, co máš. Mám taky prsa v mraní, posílala někomu mé cecky za kilo. Pičo. Ej, dobré už s tím oversharováním, kamo.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond.
No, ne, asi ještě nějakým, vole, zalamovacím telefonem, pičo, tam 3 pixely, vole. A člověk si mohl domýšlet, jestli to je díra, anebo, vole, bradavka.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead.
I have no.
Okay.
I have perhaps.
Až teď.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate.
Neposlal nic, to je mrtka. Tak to není asi Sugar Daddy.
But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Hledám pronájem skupině. Je capek. Co nabízí pokoj v pronájmu, píše každý single board, se to tam hledá nájem, plus nabízí. Ty pičo, tak to vyloženě chceš.
Error. Data missing. Error. Drone feed disconnected.
Až mě to rozkašlo.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Erend to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn,
Tam se pora kámošku, jo.
was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project.
Ne.
It spent the last 1,000 years in isolation.
Jenom nezvedej nic těžkého, a ti to nepopraska, jakože že bys šla korbit, nebo tak.
From the data on your focus, it seems that
A myslím, že to máš ještě překryté, ne? Ale ať se to neodírá zatím moc, než to zaschne.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
No, ne asi.
The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. a memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland.
Jak to, že ti to mutlo zvuk, nevím.
Things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures
Pokud to máš v té folii ještě, tak můžeš, ale ať se to neotírá zatím pár dnů.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
Nice.
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here.
Nice.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to
A to je ještě nějaký vole pupkač, ne?
connect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories.
A já to nevidím, bo nejsem v té skupině.
She was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself.
Gaš?
The only
Ježíš, takový slizounek, ty vole, ne asi.
Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared,
Jo, já mám vyplynat.
determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Nice.
How's Katalo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
Lol.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
Upsi dupsi, ty vole.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So,
Poseidon controls the organic and once it is restored to me, I may be but I must warn you. It may have taken measures to
I'll be careful.
To v životě nikdo neveme.
Is that ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Tak.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Tak.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
Okisek.
Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Nice. Takže nějaký takový apartmán hledáš, Vicky, jo?
This is the rite of passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Rip.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
Tak.
No good. Door's locked until Gaia can restore access. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for control center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
Ojoj, nějaké VR-ko? Já jsem zapomněl, jak se to dělá. Oh shit.
There's data in another room. What for?
Switch to a private log? Okay, so Regional Control Center 9. Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs. Except personality. So, I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little tucked-away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
I'm back in the sleeping quarters. Looks like Arendt and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Oh shit. Já jim budu šňupat ve věcech? Nejde nic. Ty vole, svíčky, romantika. Hezky.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
To se mi líbí, jak se tady každý začíná zabydlovat. Nice.
The weapons of the old ones were powerful indeed, but much about war remains the same. Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit it is strange to see an Utaru in the ranks. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that were guarding this base.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
Tak, tvůj trénink.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
No, ne asi. Tak je to dovedlo na kolena.
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hikaru and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. I overheard that Varl and Erend are to accompany you on a mission. Do you require my assistance?
I'd rather have you and Zoe guard the base while we're away.
It shall be done. May the Ten walk with you.
Ok. No, to asi stejně nepotřebuju, počkej. Mohl bych si rozdělit skilly, co? Jasné. Rezonátor. Já prostě jedu jemné dotyky zblízka, no, nejde nic. A navíc je tu důležité dělat side mise, protože to taky odemyká další skilly. Tak.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking, that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
Shit, to bylo hluboké jak moje díra.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the old ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
Oh shit, kdy vynalezou TikTok?
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes, the Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids, but Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah, she's one of the good ones. Trust me. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line.
Nice.
You've spoken with Kotalo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
Oh.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
Oh. Dobré.
Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
Já už tam jede ten TikTok, no jo. Cos?
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Tak jdem.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses,
I
forging into the
shouldn't.
unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Přišli jsme právě vhod. Oh shit. Borka přelevlena. Oh!
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. I wonder how much snow is gonna pile up. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Ah.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Forge's breath. What a mess.
Tak. Počkej, kde jim to vybuchlo? Ah. Juj, zajíc. Jujky, co to je? Králíček, juj. Tak polezem hore teda. Tam je co? Aha.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
No.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Oh shit.
The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to it.
Tady to myslím nejde, ne? Nebo si to pletu s jinou gamesou?
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
Wow.
She was searching.
Chytrý chlapec.
She lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Jdem promluvit s Varletem. Aha.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith, the rebels.
Že jim to nejsou slabé mrtky, ty vole.
The asset. I don't know what it is.
Když od 9, co? Od 5 let, vole, fajtíš s obříma mechanickýma tyranosaurama, tak jako... Zrovna myslím, že moje postavě není úplně zima, já ji mám docela navlečenou.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Ale to bylo, myslím, potom v DLCčku, že člověk musel mít buď nejlepší brnění ve hře, anebo potom z toho DLCčka, že člověk dostával jako poškození mrazem. Ale tu je plno, jakože tu je oheň, mráz, jed, takže jako když bude zima, pořád si můžu zatopit, že jo?
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Záznam příkazů. Tak, co tam máme? Oh shit.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Centrální procesor.
This was a Far Zenith research lab.
Oh shit.
Live data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Aluthi is gone?
If it was ever here,
exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Já už možná vím, co to je. Doufám, že tam že potkám toho mamrda, ale on je myslím asi až dál. Na jednu postavu se těším, až ji tady uvidím umírat. Oh.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
This place keeps on. Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Jo. Prohledaj budovu a najdi investici. Okysek. Nakrmení. Oh shit.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for
A
sure.
proč jsem teď neviděl, jako co? Proč jsem to teď neviděl? Ještě, že umím dobře anglicky. Jako to, že tam nejsou ty titulky mi nevadí, ale ať ty postavy aspoň slyším. Tam jako fakt nevyskočíš, jo, ty mrtkoslaba. Jak tě může zkamovat Vovko, taková dobrá hra.
Containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right.
2.
I should check the log.
Aha, už teď jsem to posral. Pamatuju si to dobře, ne?
Error. Container limit exceeded.
Okay.
Dobře. Tak to snad buď ráda, ne? Vůbec jsem se nedíval na net, jsem to spočítal sám ze svojí hlavy. Oh shit.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit.
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Oh shit.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Okay, that should be it. Here it comes!
Tak. Au, 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 au. Od na zbrani.
Scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Au, 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 au.
I can keep going.
Tak. Najednou neskačeš, ty mrtko? Au, 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 au. Tak. Ďalej. Tak. Ty jsem se lagnul, upsi dupsi. To je blbý. Upsi dupsi. Tak, lehni si, mrtko.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Oh shit.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. just hope Aaron stays in cover.
No. Počkej, co? Jako otevřít dveře čeho? DF? Už jdu do píče.
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its seals in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Tak, jdem.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do. The Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. I need to sneak around behind it. It's great if I take that thing head on. Heavy weapon. That can help.
Tak, nice. Tak pojď ty mrtko, jdem hrát CSko. Tak, ty pičo, tak tohle byl clean kill, ale. Borec se mě ani nedotkl, víceméně.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Xenos won't be so invincible after all.
No, asi.
Don't mind if I do.
Jasné, už chápu. Ty vole. Ale tady ta fyzika toho sněhu je úplně mňám, hej.
snowfall's blanketing the land. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Nice. Už jsem myslel, že mi spadlo, vole, PSko nebo tak něco. Uf. Ty vole. Bylo o prsa korejské sprinterky teď asi.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl. Erend? You okay?
Tak, já jdu zavřít okno.
Oh, yeah.
Už je to docela zima.
Why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
Tak.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormburn plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Oops.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed, I promise.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Hmm?
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
Oh.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
Tak.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
The fuck?
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Now I see.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Oh shit.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
Okay.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
I see.
Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions.
That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
Že surprise, to je mrtka.
You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
Tak, tvůj původ.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Wow. A musíš to protahovat ještě?
Opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Tak.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age too. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or so? How long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Nice.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Oj, má úplně PTSD.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Tak.
So you like...
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
Samozřejmě.
How's...
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit. I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tenakth and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Ještě trénink, ty vole.
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
To je true.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. And to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else.
Vycpávání mrtvých zvířat, aha.
Lana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready.
Rukysek.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
Ty vole.
Settling in?
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Erend to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
Jsem zvědavý, jak to tady budete pěstovat pod tím umělým světlem.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Welcome back.
This.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Now see.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right.
Ty vole.
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone.
Beta získána.
But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get.
19, ty vole, na to ještě nemám level, ale. No. A level up 19, nice.
It's a little loud, Erend.
I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone. You're the one that helped me
Oopsie.
find it. People make mistakes.
Upsi dupsi. A já můžu pokraftit, anebo?
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Mhm. Lepší jak nic. Tak. Aha. Tak, my se portneme zde a já už to dneska asi zapíchnu. Ale ne sebe. Teda co? Čau, koune, no to jdeš brzo. Zrovna ke konci, jak se chystám končit, to ty? Já jsem mečoun a neokounuš. Však ty jsi to vybral za to, WTF? Okounuš neokouní, ale mečuje, ty vole, docela... Docela asi jako dobrý progres, ne? Tak. Kariérní růst, přesně tak. Jsi vykouřil lepší pozici, teda co? No. A viděl bych to tak, že už asi dneska půjdu do pece. Dneska asi progres docela stačil. Tak. Ty vole, to už... ale jo, tak pondělí máme za sebou nějak, to uteklo. Zítra bych dal ještě Horizon a potom bych pokračoval ve Vovku. To zní asi jako plán. Začalo to být kurevsky zajímavé, ty vole, já ten Horizon asi i dodělám. No nic. Já už to asi dneska zapíchnu. Popřeju vám dobrou noc, papalala, sajte komara. A vidíme se, když tak asi zase zítra. Dohraj Horizon a pak Vovko? To je dobrý nápad. Actually. Protože je to příběhovka, že jo? To nějak jako se do toho zahryznu a pofarmím. Tak jako myslím si, že to bude to. Že to bude za chvíli hotové. Jako na Vovku už mám 81. Ale jako příběh nemám kompletní. No nic, tak se mějte. Dobrou noc, papalala, sajte komara. A vidíme se když tak zítra.
Der Club ist die Macht.